So we are discussing war of currents and how Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison shaped the future of electricity. So this is a fight between AC and DC current. So before we start, you need to know the difference between AC and DC current. So let me start with the generator. So in electricity generation, what you call a generator, it is a device that convert your mechanical power into electrical power. And like some of the sources for mechanical energy can be turbines or combustion engines, okay. And the electromagnetic generator, which is called as Faraday disk, it was built in 1831 by Michael Faraday. Now what happens in direct current is that electric charge or this current will flow in one direction only, and in alternating current, as the name suggests, this changes direction periodically. This electric charge or the current, it changes direction periodically, and similarly the voltage also reverses because the current changes direction. So that is the basic difference. However, at that time the difference was much starker because AC is easy to transmit and DC cannot be transmitted for larger distances, and so on and so forth. So this is the lesson number 2, that is the Nikola Tesla's arrival in USA till Westinghouse's investment. Now before that, you need to understand something about that our world completely depend on the electricity. Now all the modern marvels of modern society like medical machinery, laptops, internet will simply stop working if there is no electricity. Look around and half of the equipments which you will see right now, they will need electricity. Edison started with this idea that the gas lamps were very inefficient way of lighting our houses, and he wanted to develop a light bulb. As famously said that he failed hundreds of times in his attempt, and on 22nd October 1879 there was an experiment in which finally the carbon filament in the bulb, it lit for more than 13 hours. Now assume that you have an idea of a Flipkart or an Amazon and you want to open an online store, but it is 1975, there is no internet whatsoever. So what would you do? You cannot build the entire internet on your own, right? But that is precisely what Thomas Edison tried to achieve, that he has discovered bulb, but there is no way that bulb can be given to everybody because there is no electricity. So he developed a system of electric power generation and distribution to homes, businesses, factories, and it is considered a very big development which led to the modern industrialization. That is the entire 20th century, all the industries, they came up about because of this electricity generation. And the first power station for this was in the Pearl Street in Manhattan. This is one of the power stations. So in just 2 years the number increased to 18. Now at the same time, Nikola Tesla also discovered that now Thomas Alva Edison is working on the DC current, but Nikola Tesla discovered a better way to generate and distribute current, that was the AC current. And he in 1884 he came to United States, and he came to Edison because Edison was the authority at that time, and he started working with Edison and Edison became his boss. Now when he treated him badly, he gave him like puny jobs, and when he presented the AC motor idea to Edison, rather than accepting it because of his ego, what he did was, like, instead he anecdotally offered him $50,000 to improve his current DC business. Since he was an immigrant, he was obviously not having a lot of money and he was not at all rich, so he thought that he will actually get this $50,000 prize, and anecdotally it said that he improved the DC current, but he did not get that prize. So then the Tesla realized that he does not need Edison at all, and he left the job and he started working for a lot of petty jobs in the search of the right investors, as you can see. So these are the, like, they are putting the lines for the company of Edison in this pic, and Tesla also did this job. But he knew that AC current is very safe if done rightly, but he did not have the device at that time, and there is no way that Edison would go for AC because he wanted that his ego, he was the greatest inventor of the world, right? So he wanted his ego to be satisfied, and he said that we will go only with DC. Now Tesla left the job, and he showed awesome demonstrations to the investors, and finally he had some capital and he established this company. Tesla wanted that electricity should reach everyone, but the problem with Thomas Edison was that the electricity cannot go beyond 1 kilometer radius. So that was the biggest problem. Now AC current can go to large distances, it can travel hundreds of kilometers, thousands of kilometers, but and it can also power a lot of machines from drills to fans, etc. But the major issue was, since it was a very high voltage AC, at that time it can kill millions of people. It can kill like a lot of people, and the only device that could help was transformer. So what transformer did was, this high voltage was converted to low voltage when it was consumed. So this was the biggest game changer here. And finally Tesla found Westinghouse, and Westinghouse saw the potential in Tesla, and after a lot of negotiations, Westinghouse Electric Company finally bought the license of Tesla's technology, that we will use your license and we will use alternating current technology to challenge the rival Thomas Edison's electric company, and that is how we will grow, and we will establish the future electricity pattern in the world. So that is how these two giants they came. This is Westinghouse. So he was a very very rich person, and he made money through rails, and he invested in the Tesla, and this company lasted for more than 100 years. So now let us see what happens after Westinghouse invests in Tesla.